and welcome to the Wisdom Chambers Youth Review. And me and Craig are going to be hosting you tonight. And I'm just going to give you a rundown on what we're going to show tonight, so then you'll make sure that you'll stay and watch us. First of all, we're going to be showing Curry's on Broadway.
That should be really good.
Oh yeah, everything. I'm going to give you a rundown on what we say, and Craig's going to make a comment about it. Then we're going to do Drugs in the 90s with Sonia. She's back doing that. And she's got a special guest on tonight, Owen, which they should be. And she should be talking to him.
Hope it's as good as last week's show.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
You weren't here last time, were you?
No. But anyway, I heard about how good it was. And then we're going to go to a tape about STDs, and that should give you lots of information.
Sexually transmitted diseases.
Yeah, so you can get lots of good information out of that. And then we've got the skate show with Craig.
Shut up.
That should be a blast.
It promises to be really fun.
And then we're going to a skate tape.
Well, that's actually part of my show.
Yeah, so you'll be commenting on that, won't you?
And you can all laugh at it because it's a real funny one this week. There's also a music.
Sure it is.
There's also a music, like film clip as well.
And then we've got What's Burning.
That's always as entertaining as watching paint dry.
No, that's really good, What's Burning. And you can find out all the new recipes for making food. And then there's a tape of What's Burning where they've actually filmed themselves cooking, so you get an insight into how you actually physically cook it.
And stuff at home.
No. How you cook good, normal, sensible adult food.
Adult food? What kind of kids eat it?
Then we've got Film Forum, which I think is a tape because I don't think Aaron's coming in. Oh, he is coming in tonight. Sorry about that. Yeah, Film Forum with Aaron. And then me and Craig are coming back, and
I'm not.
Yes, we are, and we're gonna because you've got it.
No, I'm not taking you to Central 11 o'clock.
Okay, and then me and Craig are coming back, and we're just gonna end the show for you, and then we'll finish off with a music video clip. So stay stuck to your seat, glued to the TV. This promises to be a great show.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it? I can't wait.
Oh, that's it.
Sydney's University of Technology is spread out through 4 campuses: Balmain, Ku-ring-gai, Gore Hill and Broadway. Jumbana, the Aboriginal Education Centre, is located here at the Broadway campus and is available to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander students. 9 faculties offer a wide variety of courses, ranging from business, design, to the social sciences, education, law, nursing and many more. Did you know that there are over 170 Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders enrolled here at UTS? Let's go to Jumbana and meet some of them.
Hi, I'm Tracy Williams and I'm here in the Yumbunna Aboriginal Education Centre at the University of Technology in Sydney. I'm a first year fashion and textile design student, and when I finish my course I'm interested in doing costume design for theatre and movies.
I enrolled at UTS in 1989 through the special entry scheme with Yumbunna. What I like most about my course is the theoretical background it gives me, coupled with the practical skills of journalism.
I'm the first Aboriginal woman to undertake an electrical engineering course in Australia. Any career student that's got a respectable maths pass should think about doing this course. It's a really good one and a really friendly career sort of university.
I enjoy the business course that I'm doing at the moment. What I particularly like is perhaps the principles of marketing. It just gives you a whole range of ideas about the marketing environment in Australia and what it means to be involved with the market environment. And I think it's important for blacks to get an idea of what it means to be involved, so they could interpret it and use it to their own benefits.
Before I came to university, I thought I was an average kind of person. Well, I was shocked when I discovered that I'm an interesting person. Look, that's the Opera House. Ah!
In order to appreciate where we are now in terms of the history of Yumbunna, it's important to go back and just look at where we were some years ago. It's important to understand that in 1986, for instance, we only had 2 students at the university.
Yumbunna was set up and initiated by Ken Canning and myself we first started fighting for it in 1985 and officially got off on the road in 1987 with the help of Greg Etop and Norman Newland.
Well, there was no Aboriginal centre there, and I used to sort of sit around in the students' common room hoping that I was going to meet these other Koris that were there. And that's where I finally did meet Ken and Francis in the students' common room. And then once we got together, we used to really stick together all the time. We became a pretty powerful lobby group in the finish.
Yumbunna's changed in the fact that since I've been here it didn't exist. After a 2-year battle by students, Yumbunna opened its doors in 1987. The greatest change I've seen was the year after was the biggest influx of Koori students that had been to that date.
Centre provides educational or academic support, cultural support, social network support, even economic. I mean, the thing is, it starts to address the specific needs that Aboriginal students at universities need.
Yumbunna's helped me some of my subjects I needed tutoring in, and they've provided tutors and counselling, and just with other problems that I've had around university, like I don't look like the typical Koori because I'm not black, or I don't appear to be black, so they've helped me overcome problems that I've had from other people.
Yumbunna has helped me because I grew up with non-Aboriginal people, and so it gave me a chance to interact with other people and learn more about my heritage. Also, it gave me the chance to use the facilities such as computer, laser printer and photocopying machine.
Yumbunna has provided the support structure for me, and it's provided, I guess, a focal point for Kooris that are enrolled in the course. The difference in the long term that Yumbunna support structure provides is it provides that community sharing, that community environment in which people feel comfortable.
I like how they've set up the Aboriginal Education Centre for Koori students, because when you're starting uni, it's not as daunting knowing that you've got somewhere to come where there's going to be other Koori students as well, and people you can make friends with and stay friends with.
How do you get to university? Well, there are 3 ways. 1, your HSC or the equivalent. 2, tertiary preparation course. Or 3, the special admission schemes offered by Yumbunna. Come on.
Okay, I think that the presence
and the existence of Yumbunna has served to achieve a hell of a lot in terms of raising the level of awareness, both within the non-Aboriginal community, but also within the Aboriginal Torres Strait Islander community, about the very real need there is to have programs such as these to facilitate Aboriginal enrolments and participation.
My position really involves looking after students, and that starts right from the beginning where we're accessing students to uni, but also when students are here, making sure that they've got no problems and that they enjoy their life here at the university. They get through, they get to do the courses that they want to do.
As well as providing academic support, the centre also services the students in that we have students coming from 5 different campuses, being Balmain, Ku-ring-gai, Markets Campus, North Shore and here at Broadway. So it gives the opportunity for students to meet each other who are studying in all different faculties, ranging from business, law, life sciences, as well as physical education.
The most important area that we are involved in is the provision of Aboriginal cultural and academic support to those students who are enrolling in courses at UTS. And of course, without the students, the centre doesn't exist.
I see the future of Yumbunna as basically a seed that's going to grow, and it's going to encourage a lot more students who are coming straight from high school, or even indeed, people from the community who want to further their education. It's going to provide the base for for future growth.
If there was 2 things that I'd be able to sort of let people know how to survive the university system, get through the way that I had, is 1, I would say to them, never shut up. Never let anyone silence you. If you don't have to keep quiet just because you think you might be wrong, just keep going, And secondly, use the network system that exists there by support, the support that you have by other Aboriginal students there. And that's what, you can do.
Yumbunna provides an opportunity that you can't look past. I mean, if it wasn't for Yumbunna, I wouldn't have even gotten in here. It's like, just on your merits and your attitude, you can get in, and you just shouldn't just grasp it. It's an opportunity you just can't afford to miss if you want a career.
I would say to potential Ku-ring-gai students to believe in themselves, be confident, have a positive attitude, and remember that education means success.
When I came here to UTS, I came here to learn. And the funny thing is, I discovered that we're also teaching here because we're bringing in our experiences to the classroom. And we're exchanging social values. Where you find ignorance, now you're finding knowledge, and where you find knowledge, that's where you find tolerance and respect. It's really good. It's a good interchange of knowledge, and it's good for the Aboriginal community, and it's good for the white community.
So, if you want to come to the University of Technology and you want more information, phone the guys at Yumbunna. They'd be more than happy to speak to you on 330-1901. You can also write to Yumbunna, care of the University of Technology, P.O. Box 123, Broadway, 2007. Or you could drop in for a chat. I'll see you there. Bye.
Cut!
Great.
For the 4th week. As I mentioned last week, or last fortnight, we're going to be talking to someone from the Newtown Needle Syringe Exchange program today. And we're going to also do a bleach cleaning demonstration or fit cleaning demonstration But first of all, it's just such a relief for me that I don't have to sit here and rave like a teacher for the entire segment, because I have Owen Westcott from the Newtown Needle Syringe Exchange, and he's going to be talking about what an exchange is, what he does, and how to get in contact with him. So here he is. Owen, how are you?
Hi.
Good?
Yeah.
It's a bit hot, isn't it?
A bit, but
yeah.
we'll cope.
So what is a needle and syringe exchange?
Well, a needle and syringe exchange is basically a place where you can obtain syringes and needles, and also condoms and bleach.
You do dental dams now too, don't you?
And dams and gloves. So what we're trying to do is to make available all of the things that people need in order to avoid infections like HIV, AIDS, and also all the other things that you can catch if you do things like sharing needles.
Well, what sort of other things? I mean, you mentioned HIV, which is a human immunodeficiency virus, or AIDS.
Yeah, I suppose the next most important thing would be hepatitis, and there's 3 kinds of hepatitis, and they're all can be transmitted through blood if you share needles, or through sexual contact if you don't use dams and condoms.
Okay. And what exactly do you do? I mean, you've mentioned what a needle and syringe exchange is, but what happens?
Sure. There's a couple of different kinds of needle exchanges, I suppose. There's the sort which is in a premises somewhere where it's just open certain times, and clients go to the exchange and get what they need. We're not that kind of exchange. We're an outreach exchange. So the way that we work is 2 basic ways. We've got a couple of vans which go around and just park on the side of the street in places where we know that a lot of people who use drugs are going to be sort of hanging around. And we also do a delivery service so that people can just ring us up and then we'll deliver whatever it is that they need to wherever they are.
Homes.
We go to their homes, or if they don't want us to go there, then we'll go to a pub or a park or wherever they are.
That's great. I know that there's a chemist needle and syringe exchange system too. How does that work?
Yeah, that's the other side of it, I suppose. There's in New South Wales, there's 500 pharmacies in shopping centres and towns all over the state, and they operate in a similar way, which is that if you've got used syringes to bring back, then you can get clean ones for nothing. The difference with the chemist scheme from us is that if you haven't got anything to return, then you have to pay for the new ones. We'll give them away for nothing, whether you've got ones to return or not.
How much is it for a chemist?
It's generally it's $3 for a fit pack. These are the fit packs here, and there's 3 different sizes, but and we give these away as well. And so if you haven't got any if you haven't got any used syringes to return and you go to a chemist, you would pay $3 for a fit pack, and you'd either have 3 syringes or 5 or 10. There's 3 different sizes.
Right. So how did the exchange system all start? Like, what's the background to the whole thing?
Yeah, well, the background was that in the around about 1985, the people working in the health department who were sort of following this new disease, AIDS, realised that that it could be transmitted by people sharing syringes, and so they basically looked at the question of how could that be avoided, how could that be minimised, and they realised that it wasn't really going to be possible to stop everybody from injecting drugs. They looked at what was going on.
That's harm reduction stuff that I've been talking about.
Yeah, so they basically took as their starting point, we aren't going to be able to eliminate drug use and injecting use completely, and so we have to do something about the people that are using needles. And what they came up with was that if clean needles were easily available and if the information could be given out to all of the people who needed to have it, that this disease could be greatly reduced. And the interesting thing about that is, excuse me, is that there weren't many other places in the world doing it when that decision was taken. I mean, that decision was taken
exciting,
in...
isn't it?
Yeah, it was... we weren't the first, but I think you could say we were the second. I mean, Holland really is where needle exchange was invented, and they brought it in the 70s, before HIV was even known about. So this happened in New South Wales during 1985 and 1986, and the first exchange program started in King's Cross at the end of 1986. And it's gone on from there.
Right. Yeah. Now, I know that there have been like legal changes for acceptance of needle and syringe exchanges, and I look at what's happening in America, and they are totally against putting in needle and syringe exchanges because the idea is that it's encouraging drug use. So what have been the legal changes in Australia to get round that sort of issue?
Yeah, this was one of the big problems when the realisation was made that that if needles weren't easily available, that we were going to have a really bad epidemic. The first thing they realised was that we had a law that said that it was illegal to have a syringe on you unless you were a diabetic, and it was also illegal for anybody to sell or provide needles and syringes. So the first thing that had to be done was to change that law.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the law was changed in 1986, and it's now no longer an offence, as it once was, to have a syringe and needle in your possession.
That's great.
So that's now perfectly legal.
Although, as we were talking about before, even though it's actually it's now legal to carry the needles, it still can be used against you, and especially if you've got the water and the swabs on you as well. Yeah.
Yeah. It's always going to be. It's a funny situation where drug use is still illegal, and yet having a syringe is not illegal. We're never going to have a perfect answer to this, well, short of legalising drugs. So the situation at the moment is that if someone is picked up with a needle in their pocket, while the needle itself is not an offence, the policeman is likely to think that the needle must be for something. And they're going to question that person and say, well, why have you got this on you? Now what happens then is that if you admit to using, if you say, oh, I'm going to have a shot, or I've had a shot, then you've confessed to something which is an offence, and that's self-administration.
Yeah. And that's a really tricky one. I know that a lot of people have been up for self-admin because they get you on the verbal of, oh, you've been using, and you only have to say, oh no, I don't use anymore. I used to use. When did you use? 5 years ago. You're up for self-admin, and that has actually happened. So you need to be really careful about that.
Yeah.
Because they're very good at verbals.
Yes. I mean, the simple advice is simply not to admit to using. Now they might still claim that you admitted to using, even if you didn't, but that's a tricky situation. Everyone really has to deal with it their own way.
Because as we were talking about before, if you're too smart with the cops, who knows what will happen.
Yeah.
And it's your word against theirs, sort of thing. So you've got to really weigh up the costs and benefits of being smart and just coming clean,
But I know that one thing that has happened within the police is that there's a lot of support for this program within the police service. It'd be foolish to say that every policeman and every policewoman supports the program, but certainly there are a lot of police officers who do, and there's a tendency now to have a different attitude. I mean, maybe 10 years ago, if you were a drug user, you could be sure that you would get a hard time.
Absolutely.
These days there are a lot of police who will take a different view, especially if it's apparent that you're sort of part of a needle exchange program, or that that you're trying to do the right thing. There's a lot of police who will sort of take a different attitude and say, well, that's okay, and sort of let you go. I mean, that's where it's another advantage of the fit pack, because if you've got a syringe and it's in one of these, the container more or less indicates to the police officer that you're attending a needle exchange. So it has a way of putting a better face on it, you know.
And I guess the other thing too that I need to make clear to anybody that is listening is that if you are caught with needles, you know, look, don't say anything. You have a right to say your name and address, and that's it. Okay, so don't incriminate yourself. And the other alternative is that you could have picked them up off the street, you know, and you could be taking them into the nearest needle and syringe exchange program.
Sure.
Yeah. So, like, one of the things that you mentioned to me before was that you had to have a lot of liaison with the police in your area. Was that really difficult at the start? Like, you've been around for a little bit of a while.
Yeah.
How did it go?
It was pretty interesting. I mean, this was such a different approach to the drug sort of question.
Yeah, it's war on drugs for them, isn't it?
Yeah. There was a mentality. I guess we got it pretty much from America that like a war on drugs, and that's I guess that's still a strong sentiment in some parts of the community. So when this program was introduced, we had a big sort of education task ahead of us, and particularly we had to help the police to understand what we were doing. So I went around to all the police stations in our health area, and there's about 15 different police stations, and I went around and gave talks to the police, explaining what the benefits of this program were going to be, and explaining to them also that we weren't sort of in favour of drugs, because that's the misunderstanding, which is it's very natural for people to think that we must be sort of pro drugs or something, and so we had to try and explain that to the police that what we were dealing with here was really a medical emergency. That if something wasn't done, that we were going to have a really terrible epidemic, and that it was in everyone's interest, including theirs, that we make sure that didn't happen. And early on, the police were pretty uncomfortable, I guess, with a lot of this stuff. But over the time, we've been going for 3.5 years, and you get a very different sort of reception these days. There are a lot of, as I said before, there's a lot of police who really have understood this approach and thought about it, and they've helped us, quite a lot. By changing the way that they do things.
What about the general community?
Again, early on, it was pretty difficult for some people to get their mind around the idea that the drugs could be illegal, and yet the government could employ other people like us to go around handing out syringes. I mean, to some people that just doesn't make sense. And I suppose you have to admit that it's illogical. It's certainly, it's not consistent. But the thing is that it works. And certainly in this area around, Redfern and Newtown and all the inner suburbs where we work, we get a pretty good sort of reception now from the community generally. And we've never really had many complaints. I mean, when you think about what a revolution this program was, we were always waiting for the storm of protest, and it didn't come, and that was very helpful for us.
I did a study actually a couple of years ago about the general community's response about the needle and syringe exchange program, and it was really surprising to see how many people supported the program once they realised what it was all about, i.e. stopping the spread of HIV. Yes, that's really great.
Yes, it was a very positive survey, that one.
What about the people that you have at the needle and syringe exchange program, like the actual workers? What sort of backgrounds would you come from to be a worker at an exchange program?
We have a very mixed sort of team. I guess from our point of view, we're trying to have lots of different talents and skills. One thing that we've always had is to have people who have used drugs themselves and who have been drug injectors, so that they really understand from their own personal knowledge you know, what the issues are for people who are using, and really, and I mean that's one of the most important things about the way that the whole program runs, is that we approach this from the point of view of the user. You know, we're not sort of like social workers coming in from outside and giving lectures to everybody about what they should be doing. But instead of that, what we're doing is trying to see it from the user's point of view, and the best way to do that is to have people that have been users and to understand themselves what it's all about.
So it's almost like a peer kind of model.
Yes, that's what we try and do as much as possible. And you know, it's important that we not make judgments about people or make people feel you know, put down or like we're looking at them or something. You know, we try and be friendly and relaxed, and you know, like to us it's no big deal whether you're using or not. What we want to do is make sure that you're using safely. You know.
Tell me what this is all about.
Yeah, this is the little sign that you might see. If I hold it up here, is that that's the sign which identifies a needle exchange, and it's also used by the chemists. So not all chemists will give out needles. In general, it's roughly about a quarter of all chemists will give out needles, and the ones that do will often have that sign displayed in their window or on the counter. These days there's a lot of, increasingly there are more and more places can act as needle exchanges. For example, community health centres are starting to become needle exchanges now, and even hospitals with the casualty departments of some hospitals are now needle exchanges. So you can look out for that sign, and you know, and if you see it, it means that you can get needles.
Right. You also provide information about safer injecting practices and safer use and general HIV/AIDS education information as well, don't you?
Yeah. It's not enough just to make things available. You also have to make the information available as well. And you'd be surprised. I mean, a lot of people these days, I guess, know that it's unsafe to share a needle, but they might be sharing something else, like say the spoon, where they're, you know, drawing the drugs, you know, from the spoon up into the needle. They might share the spoon, and that can be just as risky as the needle. So so it's important that you have people that you can talk to. I mean, if this was all done by vending machines, it wouldn't have been nearly as successful as it has been.
Right. Well, I think that what we do now, because we're running out of time here, I want to do a quick demonstration of how to clean a needle, because it's quite obvious that you can't always get a needle. Maybe it's Sunday night at 2 o'clock in the morning and all the chemists are closed and the needle and syringe exchange system is closed down, and you've only got one needle between two of you. So I'm going to do a quick demonstration here. These are the bleachers that I've got. We recommend that you always try and use a new needle every time, because the first time you use it, after you use it, it becomes barbed or loses its sharpness basically very quickly. So it lessens bruising if you use a new needle. But if you can't, we recommend that you'd use the 2x2x2 method, which is twice with water, twice with bleach, and twice with water again. We also recommend that you only use the strongest type of bleach that you possibly can. I see that's up on the board there, good. And this is hospital strength Domestos, and that's the one that the New South Wales Users and AIDS Association recommends as one of the best. I went shopping today for bleaches and I picked up this one as well, which says super strength bleach, and I rather liked that. And one of the things that is really important for bleachers if you're shopping for bleach is you must have a look on the back to see what the due date is. If it doesn't have a due date, throw it away, you don't want it. This one's got November 94, so I know that this one's okay. It's super strength, so I know that's okay. And this is super strength and it's got a date on it as well. I think it's 93 somewhere. Anyway, I definitely got it. This one, the plain label, or savings bleach or no frills, throw it away, okay? You don't want it. It's good for cleaning clothes, it's great for doing your hair if you're into that sort of thing, but not for cleaning your needles because it isn't actually strong enough. So if you get a bleach that's in your cupboard and you've had it for quite some time, try and get another bleach too that's going to be updated as much as possible, okay? So if you've got an old bleach in there, try not to use it unless you absolutely have to. Okay, I'm going to use this one today because I haven't used this one before. And I've already put water in here, and this one's going to be the bleach. And there's water in here. And this one's just an empty one, okay? Okay. Now I make sure that I don't place the entire needle into the water because I don't want the end of the needle to go down on the floor of the glass or the cup that I'm using because that might make it barbed, alright? So I just lift it all the way out, pull the plunger right back. So it's all the way back. And then in the fourth glass I get rid of it. Doesn't that make a great noise? Okay, twice with water. Notice that I'm doing it all the way back, pulling the plunger all the way back, if you can see that. Hope my fingers aren't in the way. Okay. And then I go to the bleach. The reason I went to the water first is just to get rid of all the particles of blood. And the other thing that I used was cold water. I didn't use hot water because hot water can just congeal the blood in the needle. Okay, that's one. Now for the second one. I placed the whole tip into the bleach solution, but still making sure it doesn't scrape on the bottom. Okay. Can you hear this noise? It's a really great noise, isn't it? Okay, now I'm going to place it in water and clean the bleach out because I obviously don't want to put bleach into my system because it's very painful. And contrary to the urban myth, it doesn't kill the HIV virus if you've got it in your body. It only kills it if it's in here. So I'm getting rid of that bleach. All the way up. And then just to be sure, I'm going to check just at the top there, just to make sure there's no blood in there, because if I can see some red, I'm going to do it again just to be on the safe side, okay, because it means all the blood isn't out. And then if I really want to be safe, and I've used the end of this to maybe stir up my mixture, I'm just going to give that a bit of a clean in the bleach. And then I'm going to use that little finger. Okay. And now your fit is ready for use. Now, saying all this about having the best bleach, it's a wonderful idea, but the reality is that at 2 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday, you probably aren't going to have any bleach. So what can you do? Now obviously this is the best thing to do, using the strongest strength bleach that you've got. Make sure that it's not outdated. But if you haven't got that, we recommend that you try and use some white alcohol spirit like vodka or gin. Not beer and not wine, because the alcohol isn't strong enough to kill the virus, and use the 2x2x2 method with alcohol. Otherwise you can use cold water if you're absolutely stuck. Clean the fit out 10 times in cold water. So if I just had cold water, I just use the same technique and clean it out, spray it out 10 times. Okay. But I'm not going to do that because it's a bit boring. Okay. And obviously when I've finished using it, I'm going to stick it back into my fit pack. these are the fit packs here. They come in 3-pack, 5-pack and 10-pack, as we've already talked about. You can also pick up bleach sachets from the New Zealand Syringe Exchange program, and these are in their dried form, and most of them are coloured purple so that you don't get them mixed up with your dope. A lot of people were sort of a bit concerned about that because they used to be white, and you don't want to inject bleach into your system. And I think that's about it. Have I missed out on anything?
Did we give them our phone number?
Oh no, the phone number. How do you get in contact?
Yeah, the way we work, we don't have anywhere where people can come because the hospital won't let us. So it's the phone number, and you can ring. So the phone number is on your screen now, 516 7703. You can ring that number 6 days a week, except on Sunday. And we'll either tell you where the van is when you're ringing, so that it might just be down the road from where you are, or we can arrange a delivery and bring the stuff round, usually that night, or if it's really, urgent, we can bring it round straight away. The important thing that I should also mention is that the service is completely confidential. So, we don't give out any details about clients that contact us, and we don't take any details from people. We don't ask for people's names, and the service is totally confidential in that respect.
Yeah. So what are the hours?
Yeah, our hours are from 10 o'clock in the morning till 10 at night, Monday to Friday, and on a Saturday it's from 5 o'clock till 10 o'clock at night.
Right, okay. And can they ring up, say, to find out where their nearest chemist exchange is? They can contact you with that if they
can, sure.
The area?
Yeah, and if we're not answering the phone, or if it's outside of our hours, then the number to ring is the Addis number, and you've already given that out before, haven't you?
I'll give that out again. It's the Alcohol and Drug Information Service, and it's 331 2111. I should be on their payroll. I've been giving their number out. We all should be. Okay, well, that's it for another segment. Hope you enjoyed it. I think next fortnight I might be doing ecstasy, because I think that's going to be a fun one. So I'll see you next fortnight. Have a great fortnight. Look after yourself and be safe. See ya.
So when we get there, you ask. Well, why should I ask? Well, it was your idea. Bullshit. I don't even use the bloody things. Oh, come on, it's good for a joke. All right.
Can I help you?
Yeah, 17 packets of condoms, please.
Is that the 3-pack or the 12-pack?
12-pack, thanks. The more the merrier.
That'll be $68, thanks. And the glasses?
You better just make it 3 packs, then, thanks. Yeah, look, that should be enough for tonight.
Hey, how many do you want?
I don't use them. The hand's on the pill.
Really?
Hey, girls. Introducing the man with everything.
Oh, yeah, but you should have one right here.
Wrong place, Julia. You should know where they go by now.
Thanks. Oh, time.
How you been?
Good. Oh, this is great.
Yeah.
How's Leanne?
Oh, Leanne, I haven't seen her for ages. She's up north somewhere.
All right. Drink?
Yeah, that'd be nice.
This is CME, Radio Midnight, the time 1 AM.
Greg, I'm not on the pill, you know.
Oh, don't worry about it. I'll pull out in time.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it'll be okay.
Wakey, wakey, lovebirds.
See yous.
Hey!
Hi, Leanne.
You're late.
Jesus, good to see you.
You look terrible.
Thanks a lot.
That's okay. I'd hate it if you changed.
So how was your holiday?
Oh, good. But I missed you.
I missed you too. Coming over tonight. Mum's at Tech today.
I bought you a bigger present.
What's the matter? It's my dick. Jeez, that was painful.
Was it like pissing razor blades?
Yeah.
Any pus?
Yeah.
Oh, you've got the pox, mate.
Well, the pox? How do you know?
George had the same thing happen to him.
Are you sure?
Pull that out again, let's have a look.
Shut up. Bitch, Helen. What am I going to tell Leanne?
Look, don't worry about it. George just went down the clinic and they fixed it up for him.
What'd they do?
Chopped it off, I think.
Pops? How do you know? What am I going to tell Leanne? Hello?
Greg?
Hi, Leanne. Look, can I call you back? I'm really busy at the moment.
Well, are you still coming over tonight?
No, I can't. Look, the cat's just shit on the floor. I have to go.
Greg? Greg?
Yeah. Okay, thanks. Yeah. Goodbye. Craig, I'm afraid the tests prove you've got NSU. It's a sexually transmitted disease, or STD.
Lousy bloody one-night stand, and I get the pox. Just my luck.
You don't have to be unlucky. Use a condom next time. I want you to give this card to the girl you slept with, okay? And Tablets for 12 days. No sex or alcohol in that time. Right?
Is that all?
Oh, not quite. Have you had sex with anyone since?
No.
Well, if you have, they've got it too. And they'll have to come into the clinic.
What's this?
It says that you gave me the clap, slut.
What? But I couldn't have.
Yeah, well, the doctor reckons that most chicks don't know that they've got it. But you have. I know, because I got it from sleeping with you. So get yourself down to the bloody clinic before you give it to the whole neighbourhood.
I've got good news for you, Helen.
What?
Your results have come back and there's absolutely nothing wrong with you. Nothing at all.
Oh, you're kidding.
What do you want?
I've been to that clinic you sent me to, and I'm clean.
Bullshit.
Hold on. I'm not the one who gave you the clap.
Don't give me that.
Oh, she didn't give you anything.
Yeah, well, if she didn't, who did?
The doctor said that whoever you slept with after me gave it to you.
Crap.
Give it to the right person next time.
Lamb wouldn't sleep around.
Why not?
She's my girlfriend. She doesn't have one-night stands.
Oh, you're her boyfriend and you do? Oh, so it's okay for guys to sleep around and not girls? That's bullshit. Come on, just say you're sorry. You lied to me to get me into bed. Then you called me a slut. Now I suppose you're going to go around and abuse Leanne for doing exactly what you did. Oh, grow up.
Hi, and welcome to the Skate Show. Tonight we've got a bit of a safety episode for you. We've got this, I found this down at South Sydney Youth Services. It's a video called Body and Board, and it's actually quite funny because it was made about 3 years ago, and it tells you, shows you exercises and warm-ups and stuff, and it's filmed, can we have a close-up of that? It's filmed mostly at Fairfield skate park, Fairfield Leisure Centre, where the skate ramp and that is. And it features Michael Mulhall, John Finlay, Michael Spittlehouse, Matt Hoffman and Glenn Scott. It's done by councils to show people. It's a general exhibition thing, and it says on the back, safe skateboard riding, wearing of protective gear, safe riding techniques, warm-up exercises, looking after your skateboard and looking after your body as well. And as well, I've got the latest issue of Thrasher to show you. That came in the mail today. Check that out. I'll be going through that a little bit, showing you some pictures of that. I've also got this bandage here, just to show you, I'm going to show you some ankle exercises, which they don't include in this video, which I think are pretty important because with all the skaters wearing low-cut shoes now, it's I think ankles are going to be the next major injury after knee injuries. So here's a bandage. I'll show you how to safely bandage your ankle up in case you've twisted it or something. I've also got a Chili Peppers clip to show you as well. Alright, I think I'll start with ankle exercises and things you can do to make your ankles stronger before skating, because I think I should stress the importance of stretching before you skate. So I've already taken my shoes off here to show you how to do it. Stretching it like that either way is really good because it stretches it all the way around, and it stretches it as far as your tendons as far as they can go. So when you do twist your ankle, it's already been tweaked that way, so it won't hurt as much. This is pretty simple. You should be able to figure this one out for yourself. But for those who are completely stupid, I'll just I'll just, not saying that skateboarders are stupid, but there are stupid people out there. So this is just how you do it. You can keep it pretty tight because that sort of, you know, gives it that firm feel, and your ankle's actually got some support. If you did it loose, it wouldn't tighten it. It wouldn't have any use at all, would it? I advise that you have a sort of one with a bit of elastic sort of give in it, because it's quite good, I found. After tweaking my ankle 10 times this year, I finally learnt to use one every time. That's pretty much how it goes, and you can just suck it up under there or whatever. And that's it. Also like to show a bit of fashion this week. I finally cut off my shorts. They're sort of short longs now. They look pretty spiffy. Look, can we show how long down they go? Look at that. So you can see my bad knees. But that's the length. If you're an in-the-street skater, you should be wearing these, I reckon. Well, not mine, but go out and buy some and cut them off. Next, the new issue of Thrasher. You can't get this yet, but I can because I subscribe. On the cover we've got Alfonso Rawls, and that's pretty nice picky. And Chet Thomas is on the back in some sort of Santa Cruz ad. So that better not move around too much so you can see it. Oh wow, what's in? Speaking of fashion, I think striped shirts are pretty popular at the moment. Look at that rude one. What else would I like to show you? My favourite picture of the issue, I guess. Let's see if I can find one that I would consider to be my favourite. Well, probably this Airwalk ad actually, because it's actually got vertical skateboarding, which is pretty dead at the moment. It's a bit of a shame actually. Can you see that? See, it's actually Neil Hendricks. If we can take it picture by picture, which we probably can't, you can see the little man there by this hand. He's going up, yeah, and he does a backside air. Now, next page. It's a disaster revert. You probably can't tell that, but I can because I can see it. All right. Now I'd like to show. Our film clip for tonight, which is the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and the film clip "Suck My Kiss." I just hope that they don't. Welcome back. Right, the next thing I'd like to show is this video, but before I do, I'd like to stress one safety tip. Whenever you're skating, I recommend you should use high tops, something like this, anything up to whatever, you know, whatever sports shoes you can buy. I don't particularly recommend that you wear plastic shoes like Aero Sports or anything like that, because they make your feet smell really bad. Kind of a bit like someone I know at Albans whose name I will not mention, i.e. Shane Daring. Yeah, and I think that if you wear low-cut shoes, you're bloody stupid. Let's watch this video. Dig it. Record it if you want. It sucks. That's it. Play it.
Skateboarding is rad, it's accepted. There's ramps all over the place, there's competitions and demos. But if you don't wear the right gear, you'll get hurt. You can be out of action for months, which means no skating. So it's just not worth it.
Doing exercises before you go on the ramp makes you more flexible, so that when you do twist an ankle or bend back an arm, your muscles are warm enough to do it without ripping. Usually I do my worst slams in the first half hour of being on the ramp, or hours later when I've pushed myself too far and just slam because I'm tired. Warming up on the ramp gets the body moving and also gets my balance in tune with the curve. I just skate the ramp and maybe do a few knee bars way before I do any tricks.
To learn learn to bail out safely on the ramp, do usually practice bails to get used to sliding. The safest bail is to drop to your knees. Once you can do this, then try jumping off the platform into a knee slide. Mostly dudes will get hurt when they put their hands out when they're bailing or during a slant. It's safer to keep your hands close to your body and to knee slide out of bails. The best way to knee slide is to lean back.
Skateboarding is the raddest sport, but you've got to be fit to do it. You've got to eat right, otherwise you get tired too quickly. And you can't drink alcohol or take drugs when you skate. Comfortable safety equipment, a good board and trucks, stops a lot of gnarly slams.
There's nothing wimpy about wearing safety gear. Skateboarding's full on. If you don't wear your safety equipment, you'll get hurt. That means you won't be able to skate anymore. So wear it and skate.
Okay.
When choosing a helmet, be sure to buy one which has the Australian Standards Association approved sticker attached. The helmet's a really important part of safety here. Guys, it's important you get the right size, as a big one will fall in your eyes and enable you to hinder your vision, and a small one will be too tight, so just try it on first and make sure it fits before you fork out. Shoes need extra padding around the top because that's where skaters mostly slam their feet. The extra support around here stops the skaters from sprains or torn tendons, and the extra padding in the front also can stop bruises and scratches when the skaters slam. Knee pads are so rad, you should use them whenever you skate. Without knee pads, it's a lot harder to bail out of gnarly slams.
Bailing out of slams isn't always pretty. The more padding, the better. But if there's grass there, do a body roll.
Cars cause the gnarliest slams of all, and us skaters have to be very wary of sharing the road. Some councils are getting into putting cycleways in parks, which are okay for skateboards. We're better off using safe areas, and even then, running into pedestrians is only going to lose us more respect. It's worth it to get off your board and walk around pedestrians and even say g'day. Our bodies heal pretty fast, but if an old person collects a shin bite or freaks out and jumps out of the way, a busted shin or a broken arm could take them a year to heal. Hi ladies, how are you? It's not even worth skating in shopping centres or car parks because you'll only lose your board. Even away from public ramps, it's no trouble wearing the safety gear and maintaining your board, as you can easily get injured on the street.
By looking after your board, you're less likely to slam, your board will run better and it'll last longer. So the bits to look out for are axle nuts, kingpins, rubbers, deck bolts and pivot bushes. It's good to rotate your wheels to get even wear, just like on a car. Bearings should be checked for rust or breaks, and noisy or rough bearings should be replaced. Delaminations or cracks in the deck can be repaired with wood glue, unless it's a major problem. Grip tape should be clean of mud and dirt and eventually replaced.
Injuries usually occur when dudes don't wear the safety gear. Do extra jobs, save your dollars, or drop hints at present time. But make sure you get the gear at the same time that you get your board. If you are injured, you have to follow it up. Sometimes straight away after the slam you think you're okay, but later on is when you find out something bad has happened. It's important to treat skin abrasions before they get infected. Otherwise they just get worse and eventually you're thinking more about your pain than you are your skating.
If you sprain an ankle or a shoulder or pull a muscle or get really badly bruised, you just have to go and rest it. These injuries can become lifetime complaints unless they're allowed to heal properly, which is bad news for us thrill seekers. Use the RICE method. That's R-I-C-E. R for rest, I for ice, C for compression, which means a tight bandage, and E for elevation, which means up on a pillow in front of your raddest skate video.
Hi, I see a lot of skateboard accidents and have some advice on how to prevent skateboarding falls. The two parts of the body that are damaged are your forearm and your brain. Your forearm is damaged because you use it as a brake when you have a fall. You damage your elbow and your wrist, so you need an elbow guard, a wrist guard, or a glove. Your brain is damaged because it's like a soft cauliflower inside a hard shell. You need a harder shell to prevent skateboarding accidents, a helmet. So, even when you're street skating, you should wear a helmet. So, safe skating.
best thing is to find safe areas to skate. Your local council will know where these areas are. There's been a lot of publicity about the dangers of skateboarding because there's been so many accidents recorded. The fact is there's a lot more dudes skating, so there's no reason why there shouldn't be more safe areas provided.
Another edition of What's Burning. I'm Kate. And
I'm Gemma! Don't forget that.
Yeah, and today we've got a special guest called Gemma. You've probably seen her doing Rock Job or Sexpression or an introduction last week. And today, what are you going to cook? Oh, by the way, Craig says goodbye and he's going to see you in a fortnight, and Madonna says hi to everyone in the building.
Yeah.
So what are you cooking?
Potato casserole in my own kitchen. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And anyway, this is my last show for quite a while because I'm going away. Mealy's going to be with you in a fortnight.
So where are you going?
I'm going to England and France. Pick up some cooking tips.
I'm sure that's not all you pick up.
Shut up.
Wow.
Anyway, so yeah, there's going to be this week and then in another 2 weeks, and then that's probably going to be a break over the Christmas holidays. Everyone's probably going to be going somewhere anyway. Too busy on Friday nights to watch us, and then we'll be back next year. We're just going to have to see what happens.
So, anyway.
Do you want to go to the tape? Okay, see you later, guys.
Bye.
See you next year. See you later.
Bye. To What's Burning this week. Unfortunately, wow, excuse me. Unfortunately, Kate can't be here. And so she's decided, well actually she's filming, and because she can't really be bothered to do her own cooking segment, she's asked me, her special celebrity guest, to do it. And so today, I'm going to cook tasty, cheesy potato casserole. So if you come this way, you don't have to take so long. Scope out the ingredients. Lots of onion, lots of potato, lots of cheese, lots of herbs. Excuse me while I answer the phone. Yeah, just as I said, lots of herbs and some olive oil. I've already cut up the potato and peeled them, and if you don't know how to do that, you're an absolute moron. So, quite thin slices. Wow! Now, first thing to do is line the, preferably like a glass or a clay thing, might be nice if I can get the top open, line it with olive oil, just like this, swirl it around so it covers the whole bottom of the pan. And then what you're going to do is, if you step this way to clearly demonstrate, line the bottom of the plate with potato slices. This is quite a long process, I must say. There you go. So once that's lined, you stick some onions on the top of that. And then on this layer I'm going to put paprika, which is actually ground capsicum if you didn't know. Yeah, good. So, and then you stick some cheese on the top of it. Alright. And then drizzle a bit more oil on. Not much. As you can see, I'm wearing an apron and I've got my hair back. And begin the layering process once more with sad. Check out this potato. It's so thick that I'll lose a cold cake cut it. Shut up. What a loser is the cake. So, just come and watch this for a second, because I'm sure they're not very interested in me, although most people are, of course. I've just put a second layer on, and I'm going to stick some more onions on it. What a surprise. And then I'm going to put some mixed herbs. See, because what we're gradually doing is varying the layers. What's that for? Garlic doesn't go on it yet, Kate? God. And so I've put some mixed herbs on there. One more layer of cheese. And of course, seeing as how you're using your hands, you should always wash them beforehand. Talk about close up. And so there's another layer. Of course, you're all not going to forget to watch Rock Jog next week. I hope not, anyway. Don't make me lose my job. Oh, sad. This is one of my favourite dishes, by the way, because I'm a complete potato head. Get it? No. So there's one more layer. And what I might do, seeing as how this is just about the middle, I'm going to put some crushed garlic on. Now follow me through my trusty kitchen. Maybe not. There's no knives anywhere. Hey! So, good one, Kate, you stacked it. Oh, sad, someone keeps ringing. Like, talk about just to spite while we're trying to film this bloody thing. So I'm just gonna, if you'd step this way. Oh God, talk about incompetent cameraman. I can zoom in. Really? Made a new discovery on the camera, have we? Oh, would you just answer the phone, someone? I wish someone would just tell my fans that I'm not available at all hours. Okay, so all that garlic's done. I'm going to put some parsley on it this time. So there you go. Excuse me for being so boring today, but I really have nothing to say. Yeah? What? Oh. So she keeps going. Sorry, that was just an earthquake. So anyway, scope it out, looking pretty tasty. Now every few layers you have to kind of drizzle it with oil so it doesn't get dry and moistureless. God. So, there's a drizzle of oil. Ooh! Yes? God, talk about fascination with noses. And so, one more layer of cheese. What, were you zooming in on my bum then? Because if you were, I'm not too happy about it. God. Kate, can you focus on the food? I am. As if you are. As if anyone wants to see my feet. Oh, that wasn't a hint. You should know that I'm self-conscious about my food. Okay, so I'm trying to sort out of these wonderful bits of potato that Kate cut to try and find some thin ones. Anyway, do you reckon we should like cut until I've finished the layers? Do you reckon? Alright, so we'll cut now, and magically in about 1 second you're going to see the finished product. And just remember... What? Yeah, I know we've got to cook it, but the finished product before you cook it. Kate's just talking back to me. So just remember what you've got to do is like layer it up and like alternate the layers and stuff, and always remember to put cheese on the layers. Not to mention oil every couple of layers. Right, so you can switch off now. Hi again. See how the casserole's magically grown? The magic of television. Anyway, what I've done is just put layers up to the top if you want to see it from the side. Fascinating. I've just put layers up to the top. And then on the top layer I've heaped heaps and heaps and heaps of seasoning on it, and then drizzled it in oil so it doesn't dry out. What I'm going to do now to cook it is place it in the microwave, but if you don't have a microwave you're going to have to cook it in the oven for heaps and heaps and heaps long on quite a high heat. So I'm just sticking that in there. I'm going to put it in for 15 minutes on high. If you're using the oven you're probably going to have to use high for about 40 minutes or something. A way to check is like stick a knife in the middle, and if it's soft then it's ready. So I'm just going to leave that to cook for a while and we'll see you later. Oh, hello. As you can see, the potato casserole is, oh shit. Oh, I mean, poo. It's quite cooked. I think I actually overcooked it, but I had to put it in for a while longer than I actually thought I would in the microwave though. It was actually in there for about 40 minutes or something. So anyway, what I'm going to do now, I have to grate some more cheese. So let me show you my magnificent grating style. What might be handy in this situation is actually grater. One moment. Excuse. Well, I can't seem to find the grater, so I'm just going to slice it. There's a bit of grater. Alright. Well, there's a bit of grater left in here. Is the oven ready? No. And I'm just going to preheat the oven. I should have done that a while ago actually, but never mind. So I'm just going to slice this. Although it probably won't be very thin. By the way, the music in the background is Why Do Birds Sing by the Violent Femmes. Quite a good album, I must say. Just adding a bit of rock job in there. It's not half as good as the other one, eh, Kate? Yeah. This album, it's not half as good as
Right.
Young One.
Oh, it's about the same. You just have to get used to it.
See, I haven't really gotten used to this yet.
Well, so the other one, you know that song, Life is a Scream?
Yeah.
That's the song I hate. And the other album, I can't remember what it's called, is All Like That.
Is it? Which album have they got?
I can't remember what it's called.
Who's got it?
Lynette.
Is Lynette going to come in to
CTV?
Yeah.
She might come in with Mela next week.
Yeah, she's a mad person actually. Quite a scream. I bet that was so rude. So anyway, I'm going to slap this on. Whoa! Now, if I can find an LT towel. So remember, I made a cooking mistake, and you should be preheating the oven so it's really hot and feisty before you put this in. That's just going to stay in there until the cheese is melted thoroughly over the casserole. We'll turn it off now, and magically, again, in about 1 second's time, you'll see the finished product. And then Kate's going to eat it. Oh, sorry. About 6 minutes later, scope it out. Delicious.
It smells like a pizza.
It's because it's got so many seasonings in it. Sizzle, sizzle. Now what I'll do is, just to make it look a bit more appetising, I'll sprinkle a bit of oregano on the top. And there is the finished product. Now if you're going to serve it like at a dinner party or something, you might want to have like garlic bread or something with it. I'll just serve this out. Now you don't see how there's all that oil around there? You don't really need to worry about it because it's olive oil and it's really good for you. Whoa! Oh well, there's no spatula in there. Excuse me. I've just got to wash this. She likes me. Excellent. Yummo! Ha! Excuse the service. Oh, well, that certainly worked. Thank you. Yeah, so it's not exactly the cleanest dish on earth, but it is extremely tasty, as Kate will tell you in one moment. Okay, so if Kate, you want to swap, hold on. A fork might be handy. I'll give her a nicer one so it looks better.
Hi everyone, this is Kate. I've been filming the whole time so you haven't been able to see my lovely face. I'm just going to try this, it's really nice. No, it's really nice. So, thanks for being with us, thanks for watching, and I hope you try it. And thanks Gemma for cooking for us. No worries! So we'll see you next time. Actually, this is my last show, but I'll tell you more about that later. So bye. Bye.
Hello. Thanks for that microphone effect there, sort of that concert feel. 1, 2, all that sort of stuff. Welcome to Film Forum for another week. My name's Aaron Free and I will be your host once again by myself. I've been left in the lurch by my friend and mentor, Dov Kornitz, from whom I received a letter last week. I was moved, I was touched, moved to tears. He said hello to everyone out there in TV land, and he's sorry he can't be with us, but he felt compelled to travel, so he did. Okay, I'll forget about Dov, as usual, and get on to this week's show. Tonight I'll be reviewing 3 films and also 2 videos, and then at the end of the show I'll have a surprise, which is my $11 classic for this week. Okay, straight into it. A film I saw last week, which opened, I think,
last Thursday, is Close to Eden. It's a new film from director Sidney Lumet, who's one of my personal favourites. He's made classic films in the 70s like Dog Day Afternoon. Can't think of any more. That's how much I like him. No, but one film he did make was Q&A with Nick Nolte, which was fantastic. And also one of my all-time favourite films called Running on Empty, which features River Phoenix's best performance and is one of the most sensitive, well-made films I've ever seen. I love it. Go and see it. But that's Sidney Lumet. He's a great director. And Close to Eden, while being a good film, is not one of his better efforts. The story with this one is about a policewoman played by Melanie Griffith, a great actress, and she's very good in this too. What the story is that these diamonds go missing in the Jewish district of Brooklyn. So what blonde, blue-eyed Melanie has to do is go undercover as an Hasidic Jew, right? And, you know, there's the thriller plot there, and then she becomes involved with a young guy who's studying to be a rabbi, a very serious guy, and she starts a relationship with him. Is this film starting to sound familiar? Yes, it does sound a bit like Witness. It could be a knockoff, a cheap knockoff of Witness, but anyway, it's not a bad film. Unlike Witness, to which it's very similar, the thriller elements of the plot and the culture clash element of the tough Melanie Griffith cop clashing with the peaceful sort of reclusive Hasidic Jewish community doesn't well together as well as it did in Witness. So sort of there's a bit of action tacked on at the start and the end with a sort of romantic, peaceful sort of story in the middle, and the thriller elements just do not merge with the other part of the story in this. And I was surprised because I enjoy a good thriller and a lot of action, bit of violence, stuff like that. With this film, I found that the least successful part. The best thing about this film was Melanie Griffith coming to terms with sort of her own coldness as a person by associating with the Hasidic Jews, their sense of community, and also her falling in love with this young guy played by Eric Thal, an actor I've never seen before but who is actually fantastic in this film, as are most of the performers, who include Mia Sara, who some of you may remember from probably the best teen film ever made, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and Tracy Pollan, who was in Family Ties and is also the real-life wife of Michael J. Fox. Wow, there you go. Yeah. So it's a good cast. It's a bit weak. The story, the thriller plot, the plot's pretty bad, but the characters are good, and it's solid, entertaining stuff. Nothing to sort of jump up and down about, but worth seeing, particularly if you're a fan of Melanie Griffith. Out of a possible $11, I think I'll score this one a reasonable 8. Now, the next film I saw was called Sister Act, which I'm sure everyone has heard about. This film has been promoted like hell. It's made $144 million in America so far on a budget of about $5. So this is a huge hit. It features Whoopi Goldberg as a lounge singer in Vegas who witnesses her boyfriend, a mob man played by the brilliant Harvey Keitel, shooting a guy at point-blank range. So she's a witness to the crime. So guess what? All these films reek of other films tonight. Complete knockoffs. Close to Eden is a knockoff of Witness. Sister Act is kind of a knockoff of a film called Nuns on the Run, a British film which had 2 criminals hiding out in a convent. Well, the same thing happens here. Whoopi goes and lives with the nuns, pretends to be a nun, and starts up the choir and all that, and you know, it's really predictable and blah 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 blah, and there's a happy ending and all that stuff. But it's actually quite funny. It's quite well written with some really good lines, and Whoopi Goldberg, I think, one of my favourite actresses, probably the funniest woman working in movies at the moment. Loved her in Ghost, loved her in nearly everything she's done except Burglar and Jumpin' Jack Flash. It's pretty bad films. But Whoopi is always good, and like her other films, this isn't fantastic, but Whoopi Goldberg really makes it watchable. She's really funny, she's a great actress. Sister Act, nothing new, kind of like Close to Eden. It is a knockoff, there's nothing new there, but it is very funny in parts, and very enjoyable film. If you like Whoopi, rush to see this one straight away because you'll get a great laugh out of it. On the scale of a possible $11, I think Sister Act, I didn't like it quite as much as Close to Eden, so I think I'll have to give it $7.50. Oh, Maggie Smith is also in this as the Reverend Mother of the convent. She's a great actress as well. So Sister Act, not bad stuff. Go and see it, especially if you're a fan of Whoopi. The last film I'm reviewing tonight is definitely the best one of the show. This film is excellent. You may scoff when you hear the title. You may think, you know, this film looks like garbage, but it's not. It's not. I'll tell you what it is. It's Under Siege, starring Steven Seagal, action hero to the masses. Also in the cast is Tommy Lee Jones, Gary Busey, and if you watched Baywatch, you may remember Erica Eleniak, the girl with one eyebrow. She's extremely attractive, and she's in this one, and she's worth the price of admission alone. This film, like the previous two films tonight, also sounds a bit similar to some other films. The plot revolves around a US military ship with warheads and stuff on board that gets hijacked by terrorists. But guess what? There's one man on board who's going to take them on single-handedly. Does this sound like Die Hard? Well, maybe just a bit. Interestingly, bit of trivia here if you're interested in hearing. Die Hard 3 was about to go into production with the story of Bruce Willis on a yuppie cruise ship being taken over by terrorists. So I think what the makers of Under Siege has done, they've caught that story in the air and said, that sounds like a pretty good idea, let's rip it off with Steven Seagal. So they've done that, which is basically put an end to the Die Hard 3 story as it was going to be, because the makers say they don't want to look like they're copying this film. So Die Hard 3 will no longer be set on a boat, but will be made sometime in the near future with a different story. Under Siege, anyway, has Steven Seagal as a cook on this battleship who, sort of unbeknownst to all the villains, who are these are the best villains I've seen for a long time in a film. Tommy Lee Jones is a complete wacko, and Gary Busey, who some of you may remember from a fantastic film called Big Wednesday about surfing, which was made in the 70s, is in this one, and he's really good. There's one scene where he's in drag. If you know what Gary Busey looks like, imagining him in drag is... well, see the film, you'll see what I mean. It's a bit of a worry. Also on board is Erica Eleniak, as I mentioned before. She plays a stripper. And actually, this film, Under Siege, has kind of a post-feminist edge, because Erica starts out as sort of this vacuous bimbo, but towards the film, gets in there with the guys and starts shooting people. And best of all, she starts to enjoy it. So we have a sort of Thelma and Louise edge to this film. Gun-toting Erica. Not as good as Gina and Susan, but she's pretty good. So Under Siege, on the whole, big budget, very slick, very exciting, lots of suspense, some great lines, some funny gags in there, kind of the Lethal Weapon Arnold Schwarzenegger variety, good barbed one-liners in there, which are very funny. What can I say about this film? It's excellent. It has some really good violence as well. But also, like a film I saw a couple of weeks ago called Universal Soldier, which stars two other big action heroes, Jean-Claude Van Damme and Dolph Lundgren. Parts of this film, it's evident that it's been cut to get an M rating rather than the R rating, which would have been enforced upon it. But they've cut bits to get the M to get in the kids. And it's really annoying when you're in the middle of something, you know, really good, like when you see Stephen push this guy into a bandsaw and it just starts to cut his arm off but doesn't go all the way and then sort of stops. You know, I mean, what do you do? I, for a minute, wanted my money back. But then when Steve stabbed a guy in the head, I've never seen this before, stabbed him in the head, through the, going bald, through the top of the head. Have you seen that before? I know I haven't. When I saw that, I thought, look, I don't care if the guy's arm stayed on. You know, this film it's good. It's extremely good. I loved it, and I would recommend anyone out there, especially those who like Steve, those who like a good dust-up, to check this one out. This gets the biggest rating of the week. Out of a possible $11, this one gets $9.50, which makes it one of the best films of recent weeks. Rush to see it. Go now. Go now. After you watch this show, go and see it. Now from the big screen to the little screen. This week on video I saw two films. The first of them was White Sands, a film which I saw at the movies. At the movies, I didn't understand this film at all, so I thought, I'll get it on video, I'll sit there, I'll concentrate, I'll pay attention to every single detail, and I'll know what's going on. But, guess what? Head like a sieve. Didn't understand it the second time. I'll tell you what I can. It's about a sheriff in the desert, somewhere in America, who finds a dead body. He investigates, takes over the man's identity to see who killed him, then becomes involved with the FBI, the CIA, probably the KGB, every other sort of agency in the world. And you know, there's stolen money in it and drugs and stuff, and it's just plot turns and twists and stuff everywhere, you know, and it's really hard to follow. But it does have Willem Dafoe, a fantastic actor. If you've seen him in Platoon, To Live and Die in LA, or The Last Temptation of Christ, you'll know what I'm talking about. The man is brilliant. And my personal favourite actor of all time. I'm often teased about this choice. Mickey Rourke is in this one. Nobody else likes him, but I do. The studio audience has given him the thumbs down, like the rest of the world. But, you know, I'm a fan of Mickey. I like him. I think he can act. The new Brando, well, maybe, you know. But in this one he's good. He's slick. He's the bad guy. He's pretty mean. So Mickey, back in form. Also in it is the woman with the funniest name in Hollywood. I can't believe her agent hasn't gotten her to change it. Check Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio. Like, that's the longest name I've ever heard. I mean, really. You know, well, she's in it too, and she's pretty good. The performances are good. The direction by New Zealander Roger Donaldson is also very slick. But it's just so complicated and so convoluted. I mean, I just didn't know what was going on, so I couldn't really get into this film. But it looked good. Parts of it were exciting. Out of a possible $5, because it costs $5 at my video store to hire a video, this one gets $3. So, you know, if you like Willem, if you like Mickey, and if you like Mary Elizabeth Alphabet, see this film, because you might enjoy it. Second video I saw this week was a much more satisfactory one. Film I loved greatly. It's called Rambling Rose. It's directed by Martha Coolidge, and it's a really low-key, small-scale sort of film about a woman who moves in with a family as a sort of nanny housekeeper. She's almost a nymphomaniac sort of character, and really sort of gets the family all steamed up with the woman is played by Laura Dern, by the way, who was in Blue Velvet and Wild at Heart, two of my favourite films. Robert Duvall is also in it, one of the best actors of all time. This film has a stellar cast. Diane Ladd is in it, who is actually Laura Dern's mother. They were both nominated for Oscars, which was in the Guinness Book of World Records. It's the first time a mother and daughter have been nominated for an Oscar in the same year in the same film. How exciting that piece of information was. Also in it is Lucas Haas from Witness. He's grown up a bit, and he's great in this. Good film. Thoroughly enjoyable. No big pyrotechnics or big dramatics, but very well acted, very well made, and a highly enjoyable film. It's called Rambling Rose. You may miss it. It hasn't got a lot of promotion, but if you want some good quality cinema, go to your video store and get Rambling Rose, because I promise on Dov Cornitz's grave, you will like this film. Go and see it. It's really good stuff. And finally, the last part of the evening, the $11 classic. This is the film that if it was on at the cinema, I'd be quite happy to pay $11 to see this one. That's a full ticket price. This film, I think we're going to go for a close-up here. Which camera? Who wants it? Where do you want it? Where do you want it? My favourite horror film of all time, Wes Craven's A Nightmare on Elm Street. This is spooky stuff. This is the film that introduced Freddy Krueger. Also, the film that introduced one of my favourite actors of all time. I wish I had a buck for every time I said that during my show. One of my favourite actors of all time. Well, the actor is Johnny Depp from 21 Jump Street, Crybaby, and small role in Platoon. Edward Scissorhands too. Yeah, Johnny, first film role. This is the film where you get to see Johnny Depp eaten by his own waterbed and spewed back up as huge amounts of blood. But everyone's probably seen A Nightmare on Elm Street, so I'll just say that it's about this really foul guy called Freddy Krueger who haunts teenagers' dreams and does despicable things to them. Like you're going to see in this clip, which I'll go to just after I say goodbye. Hope you've enjoyed the show this week, and tune in next week. I might have some more fantastic films like Under Siege. Go and see it to tell you about. So I think we'll go to the clip right now, and I'll say good night.
Nancy, help me, please. Save me from
Freddy.
This is just a dream. This isn't real. This is just a dream. He isn't real. He isn't real. Glenn, you bastard.
What'd I do?
I just asked you to do one thing. Just stay awake and watch me.
Hi again, and welcome to the end of the show.
Yes, end. Means it's over then.
And we'll be back next week with some more great segments. Rock Job, Sexpression, which you just can't miss. The Enviro Show, Youth in Focus, Film Forum, and possibly the Babe Show, except probably not, because I don't know if we can get our stuff together by then, but hopefully. And we'll have heaps more great tapes. And this is actually the second last show before Christmas. And on the 18th of December, we're going to be having a great big Christmas show. So that's going to be in 2 weeks' time at CTV. And everyone from CTV and our old guests from our show and all our show crew and stuff are going to come here for a special show. And special guests will be invited back to watch the show. And you're all invited to come down afterwards for our Christmas party. Should be a rager.
Go well into the early hours of the morning.
Yeah, definitely. And if you can bring a plate of Christmas food with you, so we can all eat and laugh and have fun and stuff. Anyway, and Zara, our producer, has a special request. She wishes for you all to bring a plate of food with you. And she says what she wants for you all to bring for Christmas are smokes,
etc.,
etc., etc., and a jar or a car.
A
Could be
car.
a car. Can't quite read it. Have a close
Looks
one.
like a jar to me.
She's actually written it back to front. So I don't know if you can read it, but
those Irish people, I don't know.
Anyway, well, so Zara wants you to bring a special present for her. But anyway, don't worry about that. Just come in 2 weeks, on the 18th of December for our Christmas show, and it should be fun. We're going to have the Elliot Smackbottom show with Elliot Smackbottom dressed up as Santa Claus. Oh, I mean, it won't be Elliot Smackbottom. It will be Santa Claus.
The real one.
The real Santa Claus. And just all come down after the show, which is about 10:30ish, and bring a plate of food, and we'll have a raging party here at CTV. And I think that's it for the night.
Yeah, it looks like it. The end.
And now we'll go to a tape.
Bye.
Bye.